Hey guys, Michael here from AroundTheTech.com. This is Around the Tech episode number 9, Droid and Epic. The Droid 2 was released this week at $199 on a 2-year contract. You can enjoy a nice blend of Froyo with Flash 10.1 and a full physical QWERTY keyboard. The keyboard hasn't been improved over the original Droid model, and there now is a Swipe software keyboard installed as well. This 3.7-inch multi-touch display still sports an underwhelming 5-megapixel camera without HD video recording. There will be an R2-D2 Special Edition commemorative Empire Strikes Back model launching in September, which you'll be able to purchase online. And now that I actually see this device, last week I think I misspoke in the episode. I really think this does have a nice fit and a nice spot inside Verizon's lineup. You have the Droid X, which is the larger form factor and is just a slab, but now you have a nice QWERTY keyboard device that fits right in there with the other Droid lines. Hopefully I'll be getting a Droid 2 in my hands in the coming days, and I'll be able to share my opinions with you. The Epic 4G will be launching on Sprint's network on August 31st for $249 on a 2-year contract. This is their Galaxy S variant, so that means it has a capacitive screen, it's 4 inches, it runs 2.1, and we'll be getting Froyo updates soon. But what's unique about this particular variant is, of course, the price. It's a little bit more expensive. But 4G, this is a WiMAX device, although Sprint will be charging you a $10 premium data usage fee with either the Epic 4G or the Evo 4G. Now, what's unique about that, or at least kind of disappointing and interesting about that, is you have to pay that fee whether or not you live in a 4G market. So it doesn't matter if you're getting 4G speeds, these devices do cost a little bit extra. But what's also nice about this is besides the full capacitive screen, you also get a full QWERTY keyboard, which is really nice, and another solid Android device gets a QWERTY keyboard. That's really a big thing, and something I think we'll be seeing in the future. Instead of just a slab, but I think we'll be seeing ones with continuously big screens, but with QWERTY keyboards for better input. Speaking of the iPhone, actually, according to John Gruber, who has been really spot on with his Apple rumors in the past, the CDMA iPhone is an engineering verification test stage. That actually is 2 stages below production and 1 stage below the stage where the iPhone 4 was when the model was stolen and we had that whole debacle with Gizmodo. So according to John, that this may never happen. We may never see a CDMA phone, and this is no way saying that there's a Verizon iPhone coming soon. There's Sprint, and there's other international CDMA carriers which Apple could be testing for, but all it's saying is that they do have some prototypes on the Apple campus that they're testing that does have CDMA radio in it, which could be for a Verizon iPhone in the United States, or again, other carriers that offer CDMA technology. Staying on Apple, there's a lot of rumors that we'll be seeing an improved and updated Apple TV in the coming weeks, probably in their September media event, which they hold every year for iPods and music. Now, we think that this is going to be renamed the iTV, although the company that holds the patent in London, in England rather, is actually kind of, not liking this and is really ridiculing Apple and saying that they would never stand for this, and they'll adamantly defend their intellectual property because they don't want Apple, which has now become a terrible brand because of the reception issues, degrading their name. So with that, the specs are saying A4 CPU, which is the same as the iPod and the iPad and the iPhone 4, 16 gigabytes of flash memory, and you say only 16 gigabytes, what's up with that? Well, though this is also supposed to introduce the iTunes streaming service, which, it kind of sort of makes sense when you think about it. They acquired Layla, they had that new $1 billion data center in North Carolina coming soon, so it could make sense to see an iTunes streaming service. I'm still not sold on that, and I think that besides the fact that I don't know if Apple wants to do something like that, even if they wanted to do it, it would be a whole bureaucratic nightmare with the licensees that have this content. One thing to note, or 2 interesting things rather, this is supposedly 720p only. We were expecting 720p to be upgraded to 1080p in the next incarnation. It's 720p only now, but apparently that's going to stay the same. And Apple TV applications, similar to the iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch app stores, there will be applications for that coming to the Apple TV. And that ties into your question of the day. What applications do you dream of for a television? I mean, is it just a guide, something that will show you reviews of the TV shows you're watching and recommendations for what you should watch based on your preferences? Or is there some other application that you're interested in? I'd really love to hear your feedback on this question of the day. And for our last full story, Netflix and Epix have signed a multi-year deal, rather. Now, if you don't know Epix, E-P-I-X, that is the father company of Viacom, Paramount, MGM, and Lionsgate. So they hold a lot of movies and a lot of content that we would want to watch. So what exactly does this deal give you? Well, starting in September, Netflix can stream movies from Epix, again, Viacom, Paramount, MGM, and Lionsgate, only 90 days after their premium pay TV debut. Now, generally, these rights are usually sold to pay TV for around 9 years. So for a new movie, that could take a really long time for them to be able to put on regular television or to stream it. But with this agreement, Netflix will get it 90 days after pay TV, again, starting in September. So in September, when this contract starts in a few days, all the movies that are already 90 days old from pay TV launch will be available for Netflix streaming, and then new movies will consistently be added. That's really a great thing, and really a big boost to the Netflix lineup for instant streaming. I'm really starting to wonder, do we really have a definitive answer to cutting the cable? I mean, if Netflix can give you all these movies, maybe expanding TV shows in the future, we may have something here, and Netflix is definitely in a position to offer that. Now we have 4 quick links for episode number 9. Sony will be having a media event on August 24th to introduce a never-before-seen Sony Alpha DSLR camera. Similarly, HTC will be holding an event on September 15th in London to launch a new product. Personally, I'm expecting a new HTC-built Windows Phone 7 series smartphone, although we're not really sure about what they could be announcing. Also on September 15th, Microsoft is launching the Internet Explorer 9 beta. Now, I have been a firm proponent of using Internet Explorer, and I think that a lot of people should switch to other things, and I think it's kind of bad that Microsoft has this sort of monopoly by installing it on all PCs out of the gate. But I really think it's a good opportunity for Microsoft to improve their software by launching something new. And finally, this week, Apple has released iOS 4.0.2, which patches the PDF exploit that the Jailbreak Me jailbreak utilizes. So if you haven't jailbroken yet, don't update your software to 4.0.2 or iPad. There's a similar software update because you won't be able to jailbreak. And for your deal of the day, if you're a big GameStop user, you can buy one new or used game and get the second one 40% off using code SAVE40. You can also use Super Saver, another code, to get free shipping online. So go ahead and get your game on now. There's a lot of new games coming up. Halo Reach, one of them, which previously I told you to pre-order via Newegg for $44. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but now you have another chance to get, and this isn't just used, new or used games. Before I leave you today, I just want to give you some ways to contact me. Again, my email address is therevivedone@gmail.com. You can also contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/blue42richman. And also, I've begun writing content for today's iPhone. I'm a new contributor there. So go check out the link in the show notes to see the post that I've written, and as well as exploring the content that other writers have produced. Thanks for watching Around the Tech episode 9. Hopefully the audio is improved this week. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.